Welcome. We have been working with the Krenim to build both this facility and a weapon similar to the one developed by Anoraks in the 22nd century. Captain Nog is running point for the Alliance, but teams from all across the Alpha and Beta quadrants are involved with the research. It's fascinating work, but there's a lot to do yet.
How can I help?
Captain Nog might be able to explain more. He's waiting for you.
Good to see you again, Adriana. How have you been?
It's good to see you too. For a few weeks, I was helping the Alliance research new ways to deactivate Iconian gateways. We were making progress, but it wasn't fast enough to stop the advance of the Heralds. After Captain Nog made contact with the Krenim, I asked to transfer here. Now I'm working with interdimensional resonance harmonics to help recreate Anoraks' work.
Having better sleep?
Yes, I have. I guess the Solanae aren't visiting me at night anymore.
Wow.
Or maybe it's the 14-hour days trying to wrap my brain around complex temporal equations that are wearing me out. Either way, my sleep is greatly improved. Thank you for asking.
It's good to see you again.
Welcome. We have been working with the Captain
Okay,
Nog might...
lead the way. Well, I guess I find my own way here. This looks like... Well, there's that dude. Oh, right. Obviously. There's Nog.
I wish I was seeing you under better circumstances. We've managed to make a prototype of the Krenim weapon in Anoraks' records, but we have not attempted to use it yet. Time isn't something you mess around with, so we have been conducting simulations here of possible incursions, as well as developing new ways to protect and store data on various timelines.
Can you explain the process to me? How is this different from going back in time, changing something, and creating an alternate timeline?
When we talk about time alteration, we're specifically referring to the Krenim weapon's ability to remove something from time. Anything, from a single molecule to an entire civilization. It's as if the target of the weapon never existed at all.
So it doesn't just move something, it deletes it.
Correct. The changes ripple out from the incursion point and result in a new reality where the target no longer exists. This does mean that the ship must be able to fire on a target. The details are a bit more complex, of course, but that's the main difference from conventional time travel.
And no one has a problem with this?
Temporal agents from all three factions are watching everything we do carefully. That's one of the reasons we're running holodeck simulations first. Between you and me, I'm glad they're here. The Krenim are a little too eager to use the weapon. Time manipulation is a very delicate operation under the best of circumstances. We can't just start shooting things out of existence and hoping it all works out for the best.
Otherwise, there's a snake that could have been removed at the start. But anyway, I agree, Captain.
I wish I was seeing you under better circumstances.
Yep, there we go again.
We've managed to make a prototype of
What
the
about
Krenim
just
weapon in
removing the
Anoraks'
Iconians
records.
from the time stream?
That was the first simulation we tried. The results were fairly catastrophic.
Catastrophic?
Without the Iconians, the first development of warp technology by other cultures in the Alpha Quadrant is severely delayed, by about 50,000 years. Removing the Iconians would change everything we know.
We would eventually develop warp travel, right? It seems inevitable.
Let me put it this way. In one version, the Day Ones eventually rise to power and conquer most of the Beta Quadrant. They are forced back by the Vulcans, who never embrace logic, and later enslave much of what is now Federation and Klingon space.
I can see how that would be a problem.
I'm not done yet. The Herc never developed warp technology at all, so they never invade Kronos and unite the Klingons as a warrior culture. When the Vulcan Star Empire finds the Klingons in the 22nd century, they were mostly farmers who had made some advances in epic poetry. By the present day in this simulation, the Vulcan Star Empire is locked in a to-the-death struggle with the Dominion.
I get it. Removing the Iconians directly is a bad idea.
I wish I was seeing you under better circumstances.
Oh,
We've managed to make a
Sayla said
prototype
something
of the
about
kind of weapon
Iconians
in
and time
Anorax's
travel. Is that
records.
important?
That the Iconians can't time travel because it unravels their minds. She was being dramatic, but she was essentially correct. When most humanoids time travel, they retain the memories of their timeline of origin. So you realize when things have changed. Iconians are at least partially energy beings. You saw that when Matara was able to use her own power to open gateways. And their brain structure is very different from other humanoids. As far as we understand, if an Iconian traveled back in time, their mind and memories would reshape to fit that time. So they would retain no memories of the present. They don't use time travel because it would literally be taking a step backwards.
Okay, I understand now. Maybe. Thank you.
I wish I was seeing you under better circumstances.
Protect what
We've
we
managed
know.
to make... Once we make an incursion, anything not protected by a temporal shield will conform to the new timeline. That includes all of us once this mission is over. We won't remember the Iconians, the war, or anything that changes in the new timeline. Clouda has been leading the work to create a shielded computer core to hold all the data we currently have. A time capsule, I guess you'd call it.
But the core needs to be shielded forever?
Correct. This isn't the sort of sacrifice we'd expect any personnel involved in the incursion to make. So we've built a computer to retain the information for us. We'll know what happened before, even though it essentially will have happened to someone else.
Understood.
I wish I was seeing you under better
Do you have any
circumstances.
ideas on when to make
We've
temporal
managed
incursion?
to make a prototype. We've tried a different number of scenarios, but only in the holodeck. Direct action against the Iconians is proving to be problematic because so much time has passed since they were first a great power. Incursions that far back in time must be carefully planned, or the fallout of even minor changes can ripple across reality. We have, however, seen some promise in trying to delay their arrival.
But that's just delaying the inevitable for a few years.
Actually, it would be closer to a 700-year delay if our calculations are correct. The Iconians have had 200,000 years to build their fleets, but we're catching up to them. We've already seen what the 29th century technology can do. Imagine what we'll have in the 32nd century.
Presuming it's actually a linear progression and it's not a falling back in technological level. But yeah, so we'd be on more equal footing.
Exactly. The other potential solution is to cut into the current power base. What if the Iconians never allied with the Alachi or the Solanae? We wouldn't be facing the trouble we do now.
What are your best scenarios?
The three most promising incursions each follow one of these tactics. My teams have been running simulations and refining their targets, but I'd like you to assist them using a special quantum recursive algorithm. Our simulators can run the outcome of a possible incursion on the holodeck. Interacting with that simulation will give us more data than just crunching the numbers. We need to really interact with it to see what reality would look like, and for that, I need someone like you with field experience.
Sounds like a fascinating experience. Alright, and hold on, and I don't like having blinking lights, whatever, onward. So where are we going? What's the next thing to press here? There is a... Ah, there we are. So, Alpha Team Leader Soften.
Hello. Please allow me to explain what we're doing here. We've
No.
determined that if we remove a specific series of stars from the Beta Quadrant in the distant past, a rogue planet will enter the Iconia system and cause massive geological damage at about the same time.
Oh, crap.
Hello. Please, maybe the survivors of a natural disaster, if there are any, won't be so vengeful, and none of the stars we will remove have planets with the possibility of developing life. The overall effect on the galaxy is minimal. It's a painful path, but it could be the one that leads to peace.
I don't know if I like the idea of removing entire stars.
The number of stars we will have to remove is a concern, which is why we're trying this in a simulation first. But as Captain Nog said, these simulations aren't perfect, so we have devised a holodeck program that will expand and extrapolate on possible effects of the temporal incursion.
You're giving a lot of weight to the holodeck.
It's the best option we have available to us. The holodeck's algorithms have been updated to change and adapt to the data created by the simulated timeline alteration. This is not your average holo novel.
Are you sure about that? Very well. What do you need me to do?
Once we run the program, you'll be able to interact with our best approximation of the new timeline. Interaction with the holodeck components will allow the program to generate a more in-depth solution and give us a better idea of what to expect. We have set this simulation on a Federation starship patrolling the Sol system, and you are the captain. If all goes as planned, we expect that almost everything in the system should be close to current reality.
Understood. I'll run the program.
Hello.
Let's see. We're in holodeck. Are you here to protect
Anything
the timeline?
involving temporal mechanics is complicated, but the short answer is yes. I am watching these simulations very closely, as are my counterparts from the Republic and the Klingon Empire. Even small changes to time can have large and lasting effects. On Earth, we've called this the butterfly effect. The metaphorical example is of a butterfly flapping its wings and starting a chain of events that lead to a hurricane on the other side of the planet.
But isn't timeline alteration the sort of thing you're supposed to stop?
Again, it is complicated. Suffice it to say that at this moment in time, our governments have all agreed that our options are limited. This might be our best chance to stop or delay the Iconians. But temporal investigations will intervene if we feel that the cure is more dangerous than the disease.
Understood.
Hello.
Goodbye. Okay, so somewhere over here is where I'm supposed to go, I guess. Is this it? Yeah, it's a room. A giant room. Run program Alpha. Ah. Well, extra crispy. What the heck? Do you need help? Let's see. Can I press this button? Are you okay? Oh, I think you're dead, Jim. Crap. Hello. How are you doing? Are you having fun?
Captain, you're alive!
No, I'm not.
We repelled the
Are you
intruders
sure?
on the bridge, but the ship has taken heavy damage, and a lot of the crew are injured.
Well, that sucks. What's the situation again?
Sir, I'm not sure this is the time. So many people are hurt, and most of the systems are offline. The life support is on backups, and our resources are down to nothing, and...
I'll help the wounded, but what do you need? But you need to help me. What happened?
The Dominion stopped firing at us when we lost weapons. Now they're focusing on Earth's defense grid, but it's only a matter of time before they return to finish us off.
Stabilize the crew and fight back. This isn't over. Alright. Hey there, cat. Wake up.
Sir,
Ah.
I tried to fight them off with the boarding parties. The Jem'Hadar. We have to stop the Dominion. They can't take Earth too.
Yep, don't worry. We'll stop them. Alright. There's one cat back on business. Back in business, whatever. Stabilize injured crewmen. Where are you? Where are they?
I never expected
that
they would
was
get
it.
so far into our
They're
defenses.
not dead, Jim. Alright, good. And hey, get up off the floor. You have to put out the carbon monoxide source over there.
We can't stop them.
Yes, we
Maybe
can. Don't
Incoming
worry.
hail!
What? Well, we should get an umbrella then.
USS Ajax. Sensors show your ship is completely defenseless, and I would prefer not to delay our arrival at Earth to deal with such a minor annoyance.
We will never
Surrender now, and I will guarantee the safety of your crew.
Never give up. Never surrender. Extra crispy time is now. Okay, fire at things. Access 6 computer. And let's see here. Quadrant casualty report. Okay. Let's see. Hull breaches on decks 4, 5, and 6. Emergency force fields engaged. Hull integrity 22.8%. Weapons offline. Shields offline. Life support. Emergency backups engaged. Captain's personal log. Oh my word. Captain's personal log. Stardate 87319.0. We haven't seen the bulk of the enemy fleet in 3 days, but their scouts continue to harass us. Vulcan is lost, Andoria is in flames, Romulus, Tellar Prime, Beta Z, Trill, Ashes. Extra crispy. If the Romulans had joined us, maybe this would have been different. The Klingons barely had enough ships left to patrol their home system. They weren't a threat anymore. We were offering friendship, but the Romulans refused us. And then the Dominion came and took everything. Scan for Iconian activity. Long-range sensors are offline. There is no Iconian activity in the immediate area. Download all data. Well, that sucks. End program. Alright, so back to some dude to say, well, your simulation sucks. Let's maybe not do this one. Eat extra crunchy feet. Extra crunchy feet. Good to have Dr. Schultz in the boots. Anyway.
Sorry, we were watching from the control room,
Yeah,
and
it sounds
that could have
good,
gone better.
Are you sure?
Even with all that,
I
the
think it was
simulation
okay.
data on whether the Iconians were entirely eliminated from that timeline is inconclusive. We were able to record your interactions, and we've been able to piece together what happened from those.
We just need some more steaks and barbecue sauce so we can make some food on the bridge. Anyway, what did you find?
From what we can piece together, the Klingon Empire was never unified by its conflicts against outsiders, and the great houses turned on one another instead. The Romulans took the chaos as an opportunity to attack. The Federation stepped in to help the Klingons, and the war between the three factions basically ripped the quadrant apart. The Dominion then conquered all three weakened powers.
Yeah, that sounds like a great thing to do there. That's not our solution.
Agreed. My team will continue working on other possible incursion scenarios.
Perhaps we can weaken their power base. Alright. Let's see here. Who are you? Hello there, dude. What's your problem?
Another one of you Voyagers? I don't know how you can help, but very well. My team is working on scenarios that reduce the Iconian power base. We're attempting to do so by fixing a mistake that Janeway allowed to happen decades ago. We're going to stop the Vaadwaur from being rediscovered. We plan to do this by preventing Voyager from ever coming into contact with underspace. This will prevent them from finding Vaadwaur Prime, and 7 of 9 will never wake the Vaadwaur.
I suppose leaving the Vaadwaur in stasis will help the Crinum too. Or let's see, I don't know what you mean by Voyager. I never served on that ship.
No, but you're all the same. You come to our quadrant, meddle in affairs that don't concern you and that you don't understand, and leave chaos in your wake. Now, you want us to help you alter time. Tell me, does that sound like something someone like you should be doing?
Why not? And everything's tied together. It doesn't matter where we're from, or where you're from. You're an idiot. So whatever. I'm not sure that power should be in your hands either.
None of us are going to survive if we don't try to repair the damage you've already done. The goal is to cause a solar flare that will force Voyager to divert from the course it was on when it stumbled into underspace. If it safely passes without entering underspace, it can continue on its trip home and bypass the Vaadwaur entirely.
Well, less to do with the Vaadwaur would be good. I suppose that might work.
The simulation is set for the USS Voyager, which is fitting since they caused the problem in the first place. Our projections show that even if the Vaadwaur never return, your people will still find a reason to stick your noses into our business. So, we're attempting to see how the elimination of the Vaadwaur will change the formation of the Delta Alliance. You will be a member of the diplomatic team.
Surprisingly, when she encounters Anorax, played by the Red Felden dude, it would be, yeah, he's still going to be meddling with her, so Janeway meddles back. Yeah, and this guy's based on Anorax. That's as far as I can gather anyway. He seems like it, especially in Future Proof. Anyway, here we go. Run the program. Here we go. Back to the holodeck to see how doomly this will be. And it's like, even if the Vaadwaur aren't used as the servitors of the Iconians, it'll be another one. Maybe the Touré will be the next idiots, and usage of that situation. Oh, come on. Do we have to press a button out here? What the deal is what? Claudia. Alright, Claudia. Not Claudia Black, but Claudia Black's the actress who played Aaron Soon and Val Maldoran. Okay, who are you, actually?
Don't mind Noi. I think he
is
partially
very
blames
annoying.
people from your quadrant for some of the Krennan's troubles. After all, if Voyager hadn't restored the VOD War, they would have never been in a position to ally with the Iconians. But there is no reason to dwell on past hurts. We're trying to fix what we can here, and then learn to accept the rest. Noi funnels that passion to help his people into his work. Perhaps it will change everything.
We'll need to work together to defeat the Iconians. And thank you for your honesty.
It is a pleasure to meet you. Both Captain Nog and Seven speak highly of you.
Excuse me, but I'm not sure I've met anyone from your species before.
My name is Claudia, and I am a Tutarian. We're from a region of the Delta Quadrant Voyager never visited, so we haven't had much contact with species from the Alpha and Beta Quadrants until now. However, my world has had close ties with the Krenim for several years. Now that they are actively pursuing temporal technology, I chose to join them and lend whatever assistance I can. I miss my home, but I've made a new one here. Meeting Noi has opened me up to a world beyond my own.
I see.
It is a pleasure to meet you. Both
Right.
Captain Nog and Seven speak highly of you.
Noi doesn't seem to like us much.
Don't mind Noi. I think he partially blames people from your quadrant for some of the Krennan's troubles. After all, if Voyager hadn't restored the VOD War, they would have never been in a position to ally with the Iconians. But there is no reason to dwell on past hurts. We're trying to fix what we can here, and then learn to accept the rest. Noi funnels that passion to help his people into his work. Perhaps it will change everything.
And we'll all need to work together to defeat the Iconians.
It is a pleasure to meet you. Both Captain Nog and Seven speak highly of you.
What do you do here?
I was on Kiana Prime with Noi when we received word of the Vadwar attacks. We had only hours to get the temporal equipment running and remove the population from the time stream. Since then, the focus of my work has been developing more stable data storage. We can see into other timelines, but we need a way to secure the data through temporal shifts so we can preserve information about incursions and their effects. In the case of a catastrophic shift, that data could be used as a map to restore the timeline.
Interesting.
It is a pleasure to meet you. Both Captain Nog and Seven speak highly of you.
Alright, run holodeck simulation beta. Rule of 3 says there's going to be a gamma, but let's see now. Here we go. Run program beta. So what's the problem now? They're all being angry. Is that a humanoid pachycephalosaur? That looks like the prosthesis looks like a pachycephalosaur's head anyway. Oh well.
This is an absolute disaster.
Yay.
I had thought that Admiral Tuvok was being pessimistic about the chance for success here. But now, I think he was right.
Good. It's making isn't a quick process.
No, it's not. The hierarchy started setting these people against one another before Admiral Tuvok and his team could start to pull them together. The very...
Oh crap. Yay. Okay. Sorry, I just don't like the blinking light things. But I'm gonna complete this as well now. Gotta keep these going as much as possible so you get things done faster and be able to get maybe a fleet mark ship. So yeah, collect rewards. Not gonna bother with the inventory management, but need to start these going still. So they'll just be out of the way. Maybe I should actually truncate all this, but this is part of the gameplay. I do mean to make these more cinematic like movies, but I stink at doing anything anyway. Oh well. And I really need to get the engine from the Omega or the Gamma thing here, or whatever it was. Or it might be the warp core thing. Anyway, talk to
This is an absolute disaster. I had thought.
That's good.
No, it's not. The hierarchy started setting these people against one another before Admiral Tuvok and his team could start to pull them together. The very fact that they all agreed to be in the same room is a minor miracle.
Good for them.
Eventually, between Vulcan logic, Klingon tenacity, and Romulan pragmatism, we'll convince everyone here that the threat is real and an alliance is in their best interest.
Yay.
But it won't be easy.
Good luck with that. Alright. And Talaxian representative. Wow, an angry Talaxian. That's different. Hello.
We've always tried to be good neighbors and treat other races with respect, but this is really too much. The Malon are using our system as a dump, and their trash isn't our problem.
You're right to be concerned, but please calm down.
I should be shouting. I'm upset. The Malon are trying to force us off our beautiful new planet so they can turn it into something toxic. How would you like it if someone treated your ship like a garbage scow?
A reference to Trouble with Tribbles, eh?
We've always tried to be good neighbors and treat other races with respect. The Malon might not be the biggest threat, but they are the most immediate. Wait until they start dumping their trash in your front yard and see how you like it.
Why'd they dump it into a star? But yeah, whatever. Keep talking to the Malon. Perhaps you can find a compromise. Talk to the Malon, dude.
Are you here to preach about responsible waste management too?
Yes.
You can save it.
No.
I have a commitment to my people and my planet that supersedes any other concerns.
Right. Maybe don't use the same processes that are dumb. Anyway, is there someplace else you can dump your waste without harming others?
We don't need outsiders telling us what to do.
Actually,
if the Talaxians want to
do.
talk, they can come to us directly.
Let me see if there's another way to get you interested in joining the conversation. Yeah, okay. So there's all that. Access Voyager's computer.
The Malon have resisted attempts to accept less hazardous waste management practices and continue dumping waste throughout the quadrant. The most at-risk populations are the Talaxians, who have a new colony close to Malon dumping grounds. The Malon have moved into Talaxian space to avoid hierarchy attacks.
Fun. Continue.
Diplomatic relations between the Malon and Talaxians are rapidly deteriorating. The Malon have accused the Talaxians of working with the hierarchy, a charge the Talaxians strenuously deny.
Analysis.
The Benthans could possibly pressure the Malon to return to the negotiation table.
Alright. So, hey dude.
Yes, what is your question? I am rather busy. The Hazari are stepping up their smuggling operations, and the hierarchy's new drive for profits has created a significant increase in attacks on unaligned transports.
What do you think of the hierarchy's current actions?
The hierarchy's surveillance measures are the best in the quadrant, and that's left us more exposed than I would like. We're losing ships. Once or twice we found debris with hierarchy weapons signatures, but they're cautious. It's like they can smell traps.
Thank you.
Yes, what is your question?
Help the
I am We have enough to do at the moment without getting into a dispute that doesn't concern us. The hierarchy is harassing our supply lines, and I'm convinced they're behind the losses we've taken over the past 3 months. We're having to double up patrols, which means we're leaving holes the Hazari can slip through. The Malon are a headache we don't need.
I've found that working with allies usually brings about positive results.
Yes, what is your question? I am rather busy. The Hazari are stepping up their smuggle. Good luck with that.
Alright, Hazari dude, what's your problem?
What do you want? Did the Benthans make you one of their little... No! We need to make a living, same as the rest of you.
Work with them.
What do you want? Did the Benthan troublemakers? They make our jobs harder and easier. They
doesn't
watch
sound like the hierarchy,
everyone.
I know.
What do you want? Did the Benthans make you one of their little deputies?
If that's what you think, I guess we're done.
Run back to the Benthans.
Alright, so talk to this ambassador dude.
Unraveling this mess could take months, years.
Yay for you figuring out how to do your job. Alright, good for you. And anything else to do here? Download console data. There we go. Oh, and crap, I didn't press the other button. Ah, well, end program. Onward to the next place to talk to people about the simulations. That guy's just information only. But yes, alright, now onward to Anorax here to see how thin the timeline will be.
Damn, that was useless.
Most
The
things
Iconians were so determined to have a hold here that they simply found another species to fit the bill.
Yeah, you don't
Maybe
say.
if you had been a better negotiator,
Oh, my
you would have
word.
been able to unite those representatives against the hierarchy.
Yeah.
Then,
that's
at
all
least
the
we would have had a
problem
chance.
is. Right, sure. And maybe we wouldn't.
This scenario isn't as catastrophic as trying to remove the Iconians, but it's not exactly ideal either. We'll have to
Yes.
try something else.
Yes, this isn't going to work.
You must excuse my husband's harsh demeanor. This has been a very trying time for the Krenim. Thank you for helping us get this far. We'll keep working.
Thank you, Claudia.
Trust my wife to be the voice of reason. Perhaps I was too hard on you. I just want to be able to fix all of this. We can't turn back time, but we can change it. Please speak to Gamma Team. Captain Nog thinks very highly of their plan.
Thank you. I'll speak to Gamma Team. Alright, so Gamma Team. Greetings.
Hello.
Hello.
We've been waiting for you.
That's cool.
Our team is focusing on delaying tactics. What if Iconia had never been discovered? In 2365, Captain Donald Varley of the USS Yamato found a star chart on Denias 3 that revealed the location of Iconia. I want to redirect a meteor to impact the archaeological site on Denias 3 before Captain Varley begins his excavations. Iconia will remain a myth, and we will not attract the Iconians' attention as early as we did.
But that's just a delay. Another gateway was found a few years later.
True, but if you compare the changes in Iconian technology over the past 200,000 years with what the rest of us have done in the past 2 centuries, it's obvious that the Iconian culture has stagnated while we have advanced rapidly. Additionally, there are other factors in play that could trigger the alliances and sharing of technology that have come about because of the Iconian threat. It's a risk, but it's one that could pay off.
Let's see why you're trying this on a holodeck first.
The program is set for Romulan space. Because the Hobus supernova was caused by direct Iconian interference, we expect Romulus to be intact in this new reality. As such, the Romulan Star Empire should once again be a major power in the quadrant. Your role will be as an officer on a Romulan warbird.
Restore the Romulan Star Empire of Doom?
Yes, to call it a huge change would be an understatement. Please be aware that nothing will be done unless the Republic agrees this is the best possible solution. There is already a team here working on the possible restoration of Romulus, and Commander Jirak has been authorized to speak for the Republic if needed. The fact that our data shows delaying the Iconian arrival will also save Romulus is an interesting coincidence, but it does not mean we will accept the solution without looking at other options.
I see.
The program is set for Romulan space.
Understood. I'll run the program. Onward to the running of programs. Time for some Doom again. Alright. Commander Tamir is waiting for you, sir. Yes. Is this a stairwell? It is. Wow. That's kind of neat. So this is a Warbirds bridge, or CIC anyway. Command Information Center, which is pretty much a bridge. Oh well, let's go. Come on, where the heck is everything? Speak with Commander Tamir. Hello.
Ah, Sub-Commander. I'd like to test out some new security passcodes, if you would be so kind as to seal the doors and disable certain, equipment.
Understood, Commander. Alright, where's the buttons to press? There's a glowy thing over here. Seal the Thalaron room doors. Thalaron room! Wonderful. Are we going to turn into statues now? I disable listening device. It would be nice if phones had like a actual hardwire switch to their microphones. Although they could probably still use the speakers as microphones because speakers are whatever though.
Thank you for playing along, Sub-Commander. The Tal Shiar can't hear us now. I need to talk to you about Datan and the Separatists. They've been located near the Dewa system. What we do next could change our future.
The only thing I know about the Separatists is that what I've heard through official channels. What do you know?
Datan has been inspired by Spock's teaching. He and many others have left the homeworld and are gathered together in a flotilla somewhere near Tau Dewa. Datan and his allies have been making overtures of peace to both the Federation and the Klingons. Because of this, they have enough support that even the Tal Shiar won't take direct action against them. The Borg are at our borders. The Empire can't fight the Collective and the Separatists at the same time.
So what does that mean for us?
Thank you for playing along, Sub-Commander. The Tal Shiar can't hear us now.
You're not asking if we should attack them, are you?
If I was, I wouldn't have needed you to lock the door. I intend to put Lieutenant Silan in the brig and then take this ship and crew to join the Separatists. Are you with me?
Sure. If we do this, we'll be traitors to the Empire. Kapla!
I know. I have tried to work within the system, but the system is broken and corrupt. Datan and his people are building something better. You and I both know it. The crew knows it. We will take this warbird to Datan, and we will finally be free.
Alright. We have to do what's best for our people. I say while wearing this uniform with the Terran Empire insignia. Alright, so time to unseal the door and see if that was a trap by the Tal Shiar agent in the room here. Or whatever he is. Alright, do we need to turn back on the microphone? Oh, that sounds like something wonderful. What happened here? Do we need to fight everyone now? Eat extra crunchy feet. Alright, so, where's the fighting gonna start now? Do I need to be back up here? It seems like a bad idea to have a metal bridge, or stairwell on the bridge. Okay, where am I pressing a button next? Speak with Salam.
Secret conversations between the commander and one of his senior officers? Very suspicious. Loyal citizens of the Romulan Star Empire have no need for locked doors.
Is your role model the one political officer in Red October, dude? Sir, I'm going to have to ask you to accompany a security team to the brig.
Tamer, you are a fool, and you will be the death of everyone on this ship. Datan and his people are terrorists.
Are you sure
if you join
that,
you will share their fate.
Yay, you are under arrest. Please comply and you will not be harmed. Or there will be trouble. Alright. My friends, it is time we forge
a destiny free from the tyranny of the Tal Shiar. If we leave, we will have a better, brighter future than what they would allow us.
Extra crispy.
I know it is a step into the unknown, but it is a step we will take together. Throw off your chains. We will join our brothers and sisters in freedom.
Alright. So what next? Do we need to go to the computer and press buttons, or where? Who's this, con officer?
I wanted to let you know that I am with you and Commander Tamer.
Yay.
Some of my family has left Romulus to join Datan. I'll be proud to join them.
Wonderful. Set a course for the Dua system. Doo-wop, warp, whatever. Something, I don't know. What's the 50s tune? So let's see here. Is this the thing we need to press the button on? Come on. Come on. Get data from console. Data is over here. Access to Sarah computer. Yes, let's do that. Alright, Gamma quadrant status thing here. Alright, ship's doing all the things. Commander personal log. Alright, Geist is becoming suspicious. All the things. The board. Scan for Iconians. Long-range sensors show no Herald or Iconian signatures, and there are no references to Heralds in the ship's database. The only references to the Iconians are in the historical files, and most refer to the Iconians as a myth. There are heightened levels of Borg activity throughout the Beta Quadrant, and multiple colony worlds have been assimilated. The Romulan fleets are on high alert, but have not been able to make major inroads against the collective. Download the data. End program. Run! Yeet. Frenchy feet time. Of doom. Doom. Alright, back to Gamma Leader.
That is the most promising simulation yet. It appears there was some merit to our hypothesis that the Iconians advanced their plans due to early contact.
But it's not perfect by any means.
The readings do indicate higher levels of Borg activity, but it should be an acceptable risk.
This is a major alteration to the timeline. We should be cautious.
The data in this simulation does show higher Borg activity than we're currently seeing, but there are no signs of Herald, Iconian, or Solanae presence at all. And while the Romulan Star Empire is restored to their former power, there is a democratic Romulan group opposing the Tal Shiar. And more importantly, Romulus is intact. This is the result many of our Romulan researchers have been trying to bring about.
But this isn't our reality. We'll be significantly altering everything we know.
The political calculus of the quadrant will change, but the data supports what you saw on the holodeck. No Iconians. We have solid projections. The only suggestion I have now is that you consider it in conjunction with Captain Nog and the Republic representatives here.
I'll discuss it with them, but I'm not making any promises. Alright, let's see here. Where's, there's Nog and there's Tiaru.
This last test has the most promising results I've seen, and saving the Romulan homeworld is an added bonus. We're not going to have a lot of shots at this. I've been looking at Anorex's work, and I think it's too easy to get into a temporal loop where you try again and again for a specific result, and time starts fighting back. I'm inclined to say this is our best chance. But this will have a huge impact on the reality we know, especially your people, Commander Jirok. I won't give my authorization without hearing from everyone.
We can't move forward without considering the effects on the Republic. Commander Jirok?
This is difficult. It would change everything for us. We'd have our home back, but the Republic, everything we've built, it would all be gone. But there's still hope. Even in this other reality, Datan has led many Romulans away from Sela and her Tal Shiar thugs.
This impacts the Republic most of all.
The simulation specifically mentioned Datan and a separatist movement. Commander Tamer makes the choice to join Datan, the same choice he made after the homeworld was lost. With Romulus, we could have numbers. More people who have had enough of the Tal Shiar's oppression could join us. Maybe millions more. If Datan is able to get a movement going, even at the height of the Empire's power, I have to believe that change is possible.
What do you think we should do?
Make the incursion. The lives we save will be worth the work we'll have to do to reform the Republic. The Tal Shiar wasn't able to stop us the first time. They won't stop us again.
If the Romulan Republic thinks it's worth the risk, then we should try it. Sir, we've been informed that the Lisette and the Krynon vessel will be traveling with us to the site of the temporal incursion. The Krynon vessel has the weapon on board, and the Lisette will provide additional security and manpower if needed. Understood. Anything else? All three vessels will be temporally shielded to protect us from changes in the timeline. As long as that shielding holds, we'll be able to observe the changes and interact with them, but we will not be part of the new timeline. Captain Nog says the temporal shield generators can be damaged. We need to be careful. We can beam you aboard the beam you up to the Le Sabre Ardent as soon as you're ready. Prepare for immediate departure. Let's get this road on the show.
Target acquired and locked. Activating weapon.
Extra crispy.
Incursion complete.
It will be good to see the world of my birth again. Elements? Is that Romulus? It's been completely assimilated.
Oh crap. Well, that could have gone better.
Yes, I think we have a problem.
You don't say.
No. We expected to see some Borg activity, but this can't be right.
What happened?
I agree that this is unexpected, Commander, but we knew there would be anomalies. We need more information. Let's find out where the simulation might have gone wrong.
Stay on the edge of the system. Jarek and I will move in for sensor sweeps. The last thing we need is the Borg assimilating the Krynos weapon.
The whole system can't be assimilated, can it?
Yes.
That is a lot of Borg.
Are you sure about that? Does look like it, yeah? Yep, here's some friends. So, scan Romulus for data centers. Is the joy of getting in range of the Borg.
According to these scans, the planet has been completely assimilated. I'm not detecting any non-Borg life signs. This is bad. Really, really bad. We need to fix this.
You don't say.
Borg ships decloaking! Red alert!
Decloaking Borg ships. Great, the Borg have cloaks now. Shields up. Yep.
First the Klingons, now the Borg. Does everyone steal cloaking technology from us?
They do that, don't they? Oh my word, there's so much to deal with at once. Good boy.
I'll keep the Krynos ship well out of Borg sensor range while you go in and find out what happened. Hurry. More Borg will be arriving soon.
Won't we be affected by the time on shift once we leave the ship?
I've modified some personal shield generators to shield you temporally as well. I'm transporting them over now. Hurry. The temporal shielding drains a lot of power. You won't have much time down there before you're unprotected.
Oh, joy.
If that happens, this will be your new reality.
Yay. Understood. We'll get the data. Let's go.
We need more data to plot a possible solution. With any luck, the Borg will have what we need. Maybe. Our focus is on restoration. There is a computer node in this area of the Unimatrix that should have what we need. Find the node and download all the data you can from the point where we made our incursion. That should help us find out how to fix.
I'm going to join you. I know this place. Or at least I knew this place. Before we lost the homeworld, it was a Talshar complex. Most of the secrets of our empire were stored here. I thought I was getting my home back, but now the Borg have taken it all away. This is like losing Romulus all over again.
Yep, I'll do what I can to help, Commander.
The controls ahead of us will unlock the bulkheads.
Wonderful.
The whole planet. All our people. They're bored.
Okay, press button. We have a mini game. Do I need to press another thing? Continue toward node. Okay.
I can't believe we were so wrong. Cover me! I'll override the door controls. Got it.
Yay. Now we just need to gather all the free stuff.
We have to find a way to make this right.
Resistance is futile.
So you say. But also, I don't care. Working at
There,
my workplace
that's
is
the
not
access
my
node
job.
console we need.
It's nice not to starve, though. It would be nice to actually be able to find
Locked.
work, though.
We'll have to circumvent their security measures. Wait! Incoming Borg!
Don't say. Okay, more pressing buttons. The game. Circumvent more security.
When we lost the homeworld, I thought that was the worst thing that could happen to us.
Yep. Something else. Not just crispy, it's doomly. Everyone turned into cyborgs of doom. Advertisement for Neuralink. We're against it, money. Chill out with that. Dude, chill out.
Shield losing power.
Come on. Stop existing. Smile hyper. Okay.
You will be assimilated.
You will be crispy.
Enemy target on center.
Another console, another destination.
This was Romulan technology once, but it's been completely assimilated.
Yeah.
Kiev?
You will become one with the Borg. Resistance is futile.
Dang it, Borg Romulans. I avoid saying some of the words, like the one after the prefix mini, because of YouTube. Because of those who own YouTube being as annoying as the Borg. Anyway, input query. Open temporal records. Alright, accessing temporal records. 0042325, drone 2 of 18 reporting to alcove 12 gamut for daily regeneration cycle. Okay, breakdown records by year and provide a summary of events for Romulus system only. Display results with oldest entries first. Alright, stardate 6858904, Romulus system added to collective. Stardate 68590 to 6900, unit matrix established in orbit of Romulus, designated unit matrix 652, stardate 69 to 70, 69,000 to 70. All adjuncts of unit matrix 652 redesignated into trimatrixes 1153 to 1274. Download data.
It looks like the main invasion of Romulan space occurred about 20 years ago. Something happened in the Delta Quadrant. The Borg assimilated something that greatly improved their technology. They adapted, evolved, and my people, they didn't have a chance.
They got a record
Maybe it's
of
our
Daft
fate
Punk
to lose
from
Romulus.
Voyager. All we can do now is try to restore the previous timeline. Maybe this will help. Yep. There are Borg signatures on approach. You need to get out of there, sir. Beam us up. Let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here. There are more than 20 Borg ships on an intercept course.
Extra crunchy. Understood.
More Borg on the way.
Escape Romulus system. Yeah, let's get out
Borg
of here.
decloaking.
Do we need to fight them? Alright, we need to fight them, I guess. Alright. Here we go now. Charged particles and anti-proton spam. The game.
Resist this.
Transfer the data. Hurry. We're under attack.
We're
losing focus on your repairs. We will make sure the data is preserved.
Got my name to heal. That is one painful thing that the console from the Esperanza. It does do some damage per time on these things, that's for sure. Test data logs. I don't know what Nog said. I need to get the screen clear.
Data is compressed and ready.
Modulate subspace thing.
Communications array is ready. Secure channel confirmed.
Wonderful. Send data to time ship.
Data received.
Running the numbers. If we target the Borg transwarp network, the Borg may never be able to reach it.
It is a great risk. The Borg have a great deal of influence on the timeline, and there is no time to run simulations.
Do we have a choice?
We do not.
Time for doom.
Targeting the transwarp network.
Firing the weapon now.
Extra. 50.
Borg are gone. But so is Romulus.
Well, that's sad. Still happening.
Romulus isn't the only thing we lost. Temporal shielding is failing.
What happened?
The Borg did too much damage to the generators. If we lose the temporal shielding, we'll all reintegrate with the timeline.
Has anything else changed?
Checking? No. The Tutarians. They're gone.
How?
I see the problem. 20 years ago, your people tried to replicate the work of the Solanae to protect themselves from the Borg. They failed.
Temporal shield is at 8%.
No, I need to restabilize the shields.
I'm downloading my personal files into the shielded core. You'll have all my research notes and everything we've recorded from this mission.
You're giving up? When the shield fails, if the Tutarians were lost in the past, then you'll be lost too.
Temporal shield is losing integrity.
Is there anything we can do?
No, we all knew the risks.
Well, that's sad. There has been a development. Captain Nog, Commander Jark, and the Krenim researchers are waiting for you in the conference room to go over their findings. I'll meet them there. Alright. That's kind of neat. Has a horseshoe shape like the one from Alien.
We found a temporally shielded computer core, and it shows 2 uses of the Krenim weapon. But as far as I know, the Iconians are still out there. We changed the timeline, but we didn't fix our most important problem.
How different is the world now?
We won't be sure until we finish analyzing the data, but the Krenim weapon was used twice. I remember being on the bridge of the Krenim ship and seeing a readout with a far lower power reserve than had just been there a moment before. I'm sure you had a similar situation.
I did.
As to the greater differences, we'll know more soon. I only hope the ripples from what we did today don't start a tsunami.
That would not be fun, no.
We found a temporally shielded core. We haven't dug that far into the data yet, and it will take some in-depth investigation to catalog all of the changes. Noi is going to lead the group taking care of that. I will say it is odd to find personal logs I don't remember making.
I imagine that would be strange. Mandela effect time, right?
Very. But from what we've already seen, it appears the reason the weapon was fired twice was because we had to try to correct a change we made. Technology like this seems so simple, but even the smallest change can make more trouble than it solves. We have to be more cautious. Far more cautious than we've already been, I suppose. The next mistake might not be fixable. Time alteration might not be the answer. There are some problems that can't be solved with a weapon. But time travel... Look, whatever happens, it was good working with you. I hope we have the chance to do so in the future.
Yep, good working with you too, Captain. Alright. Who else here? Oh, good, Jirok is still here, and Adriana.
I was conducting another simulation, and all of a sudden I got an emergency call telling me to stop everything. I will be looking at whatever data we managed to save to try and determine what went wrong. Maybe we can try again after we know more.
She has cool boots. Hope you find something we can't afford another incident like that.
It has been good to have you here, but we will have to consider if time alteration is really the best course of action. Of all the records we have of time travel, few have as drastic a result as this. Perhaps removing elements from the time stream isn't the solution we need.
Yeah, it is. You just have to pick exactly the right one. Goodbye. And Jirok.
We've put so much hope into using the Krenim technology to solve our problems. Perhaps I was caught up in the possibilities and blind to the potential for disaster. We tried and we failed. But this isn't the end. We'll keep looking at the simulations as well as any other option open to us. I have to have faith that we will find a way to defeat the Iconians.
We'll discover what happened and move on from there. It's all we can do. Alright, and Noi, see if he's annoyed yet again. Hey, Noi.
I have a lot of information to analyze. The shielded core...
And you're annoyed even more because you don't have a wife. I know that feeling.
I have a lot of information to analyze. The shielded core appears to have made it through the process intact, and will give us a wealth of data on the timeline and how the changes have affected it. Clearly, you made a mistake somewhere.
Yes,
I still feel this is the best technology available to us, but we will need minds sufficient to the task to operate it.
Yeah, sure, that's you, right? Goodbye. Sir, I'm concerned about using time travel to solve the Iconian situation. But it is one of the only options we have that they don't. Yeah, because they can't use it. That's interesting. Is that an Orion? Or, I don't remember. She has like Klingon. A Klingon-like forehead. Interesting. Oh, whatever. So let's return to the ship and get out of here. So here we are, books on the shelf there.
Captain Nog tells me that the initial test of the Krenim weapon was less than promising. He says that he and his team have a great deal of data still to analyze. But I do not believe they will find much that will assist us. Removing elements from the time stream is reckless, and while our options are limited, we should not destroy ourselves in a fruitless effort to destroy the Iconians. It is time to consider all of our alternatives.
Yay. Okay, so let's see here. So, console science, temporal disentanglement, so max shield capacity is fairly good, I guess. Let's see how it compares to what we have already. And, for the reputation things, I'm going to get a different warp core, so I'm not going to consider that. The one that's best is supposed to be in, actually the Omega one, I think, and I should have looked on that. Do we have 100? No, we have 20 now. Wonderful. Let's see here, though. So, yeah, it's going to be one of these anyway, though. There's a warp core and an impulse engine. I think this one's the impulse engine one, so we don't need an impulse engine. This is the synergistic overcharged warp core Mark 12, which I'll try to level it up when I get to be able to buy it. But and here will be where the impulse engines that are best for the Tour of the Galaxy daily thing is. But let's see here. We don't need a singularity core. Don't need their warp core. Science console, maybe. I don't think I'll use that. Omnidirectional anti-chronoton infused Tetrion beam array. Now that's definite maybe. But Tetrion and chronoton, anti-chronoton. So let's see here. So obviously it's an Omni. So 444 Tetrion damage and 2.5% chance of 281 Tetrion damage. Ignores shields. So 1 out of 50, 1 out of 40 times. 10 plus accuracy, wonderful. So don't care about that or the turret or the chronoton thing. I mean, if I get any of these, yeah, it probably should be this one maybe. But I don't know. This one, it's a definite maybe. But let's see here. I have, well, these aren't science consoles. These are just universal consoles that can go anywhere. I could remove the automated defense turret and put one of those there and get the chronoton disentanglement thing. The joy. But shield capacity might be a good thing, yeah. So let's go with that.
The war continues, and all of our warriors are needed to fight.
Wonderful. Okay. So let's see here. Resilient power cells or quick draw, cooldown on all kit things. Aiming, and don't really care. Let's see, constable, strategist. Let's see, this would be threatening and maneuver. Heal. Okay, this one might be good actually. So activate secondary. I have more stats here anyway, so I might want to set that up a little better. But yeah, midnight will be the next one. But let's see here. I think I might change this over. So unequip that, then move one of the universals over here, and then let's put the science console here. That's more shield capacity, 20% maximum shield, so more shields at least, which is good. But I don't really like not having the defense turrets. If I remove the ionized anti-proton field projector, that's like, yeah, I don't know. Let's leave it, well, save it first. Torpedoes. Alright, there we go. Ah, crap. Alright, midnight's the next one.
One way or another, the war ends today. The Iconians are massing for a final push towards the key worlds of the Alliance. We are gathering any remaining forces to mount a defense. And perhaps, if we are fortunate, we will be able to turn back time.
There's an 80s song with that lyric. Anyway, yep.
The war continues, and all of our warriors are needed to fight.
Yeah. Alright, game over, man. Game over. Take care and try to not go crazy.